Daniel Cow Drawings has always been one of my favorite shorts creators. He somehow made minute-long educational content and made it so enjoyable to watch. I don't really like to brag, but if my memory is correct, I think I actually watched some of his earlier shorts when they first came out. So that means that I was one of his OG fans. So when I first heard that we might be getting a whole indie TV show from Daniel about his mascot Riggy, I was of course hyped to see it. And after 2 years of waiting, geez, it's been that long, it finally released. 2 months ago, but I'm still reviewing it because I love Daniel and I love this pilot, so I don't care. Now, most of the stuff that I really liked about Toon Turf have already been said before. I'm like 2 months late to this topic, so of course most of the compliments I have for this pilot has already been talked about. But I do have some other things to say about it that I haven't seen a lot of people mention. I'll first start with the things that have already been said before, and then I'll get to the things that not a lot of people are mentioning about it. Firstly, of course, is that the animation is so good. It has a very unique animation style compared to, well, everything that's out right now. I already knew that it would have kind of a Paper Mario feel to it because I have watched some of Daniel's shorts before, but I was pleasantly surprised on how great the animation turned out. You can tell that I wasn't rushed. Trust me, it was the complete opposite of rushed. And I also really like the character designs. Even the background characters have so much life to them even though they are only there for like one scene. The voice acting I thought was also pretty good, especially in that scene. But before I get to that, I want to point out something that not a lot of people have been talking about, and that is the soundtrack. I really love the soundtrack of Toon Turf. While I'm not a Deltarune fan, I can say that Nivex the Shield did a great job on the soundtrack. Jumping back to voice actors. Now I have watched a lot of YouTube shorts, like a lot, so why did the only voice actor I recognized was Johnny Razor as the dolphin and no one else? Even though I know some of these people. I knew Joe Kane, who was the dog at the Cranks Constructions area. Royal Pear was the panda from the end. Bundun was that one crack fox, and some other people that I don't really recognize. But even just some other people did a great job on their roles. Especially Billy. I already knew Billy would die eventually from what we've seen from the shorts, but I did not know he would die this soon and died from being burnt alive. Everything about this scene was just perfect. The voice acting, the animation, the voice acting, how it was handled, the voice acting. Did I say voice acting? Yeah, the voice acting was really good too. Okay, I'll stop. It kind of got me off guard when I first saw that. Now, do I have any negative things to say about the pilot? Not really. Daniel had been working on the pilot for more than 2 years, so of course it had to be as good as possible. I do feel Billy probably should have stayed alive to make his death more impactful to the audience, but I understand why he was killed off. Billy's death was the starting point of Riggy's villain arc or psychopath arc, so I understand why he was killed off early. Really the only nitpick I have for the pilot is that after the Cranks construction thing, Riggy started to commit vandalism to the property, which led him being shot at and then crying at the back of the building. I think this would have been a big moment for Riggy. After everything he has been doing to Toonville, him trying to do the right thing all day only to just not work out for him, would make the audience feel bad for him. But because it happened right after he committed vandalism, I feel like it didn't hit as much after that. I don't really know what other spot would have been a better area to establish Riggy's love for spray paint or vandalism, but this wasn't the best time to do it. But that's really just it. Now, to the conclusion. As a fan of Daniel for years now, I love Toon Turf, and I'm very excited to see what's next for the show. Episode 2 probably shouldn't take as long as the pilot, so hopefully I will be reviewing it when it comes out as soon as possible, and not like 2 months late. I'm also hoping that I will be able to buy some of the merch they're selling so that I can help support the show moving on, and I highly encourage you to help fund the show. I'm of course going to be watching future episodes and even Daniel's shorts. I don't care if he's not posting daily, I'm still watching every single one of them. So go watch Toon Turf and help fund it. Please.